Imagine being reincarnated into your favorite game not as the heroine but as the villainess instead. On top of all that, you are destined to die at the end. Only way to prevent that is to marry the king of the demons. Hi, it's Ren's Guide to Anime with another recap. Today, I brought an extended version of I'm the Villainess, so I'm taming the final boss anime recap. So, hope you enjoy. In this tale, a fancy gathering becomes the stage for a lady named Eileen to face a public breakup with her betrothed, Crown Prince Cedric. He professes affection for Lilia Rainworth, leaving Eileen baffled. She, typically unwell and a game enthusiast, discovers she's somehow in her treasured game but as the villainess, not the lead. Despite the shock, Eileen gathers herself, expresses genuine love to Cedric, and departs without tears, disappointing him. Having left the feast, Eileen aimed to alter the sad ending where the villainess is slain by the Demon King. Believing victory over the Demon King would achieve this, she ventured to his castle, where things got scary. Her clothes suffered on the journey, and crows warned her. Despite hurdles, she reached the castle entrance but couldn't open it. The Demon King intervened.
What in the sexy Dark Lord?
Eileen proposed to him, angering him and causing her to faint. Upon waking, she discovered herself in the castle, under the care of the Demon King. Keith and Beelzebub were standing beside him. Eileen remained committed to avoiding the sad finale by marrying the Demon King. Despite his rejection and eviction from the castle, she persisted, trying to coerce him with a dagger.
Courting a demon lord instead.
The Demon King used magic to mend her torn clothes and sent her back home, leaving her red-faced in front of his companions. The next day, Eileen got invited to the Crown Prince and Lilia's engagement, but she didn't want more insults. Choosing to return to the Demon King's castle, she faced a tricky gatekeeper. Offering a bow tie and snacks as a bribe, the snacks had a sneaky poison. The gatekeeper ate them, got paralyzed, and Eileen held his crow captive. She demanded a meeting with the Demon King, who came, healed the crow, and then spoke with her. Later, Eileen invited the Demon King to the party, but a crow named Almond interrupted. Almond warned of a forest monster heading to the school. Eileen, offering to handle it discreetly, used the Demon King's scarf to retrieve a Fafnir cub. Finding the cub bullied by students, her attempt to intervene failed. Luckily, the cub's mother scared off the bullies. Eileen then released the cub to reunite with its mother. The Crown Prince blamed Eileen for intending harm to Lilia, but then the Demon King appeared.
I owe you thanks for what you have done tonight.
He arranged a magical carriage to take her home. During the journey, the Demon King questioned why she wanted to marry him. Eileen clarified she was in a game world and needed to marry him to avoid a fatal end. Out of nowhere, the floating carriage vanished, and Eileen began to descend, fearing for her life. Yet, he assured to accompany her to the ball as a favor. He wore a smile. When she inquired, he confessed he hoped to witness her tears, amazed she hadn't shed any despite the tough times. Then, he soared back into the skies and vanished. The following day, Eileen got a letter from Prince Cedric, stating he'd handle some family businesses due to her past mistakes and excessive trust. To regain financial losses before the ball, her father cautioned of potential eviction if she failed. She sought assistance from her old friend Jasper, a reporter. Afterward, she talked about fixing up the Demon King's castle and incorporating some of his lands into her business idea. She half expected him to decline, but he caught her off guard by approving and instructing his attendants to look into the money issue. The Demon King even created a magical portal for her to summon demons from the demon realm. There was the puppy she saved before, and she named it Ribbon. The next day, Eileen, along with Jasper and a few friends, headed to the demon realm for some work. Though not many were on her team, she valued quality over quantity. Her pals included Doni, a clever architect, Ruck, a doctor and researcher, Quartz, a plant expert, and Isaac, a lord from another area. Suddenly, the wind picked up because the Demon King felt a bit jealous that Eileen was friendly with other guys. They got invited to the Demon King's castle to talk about the tasks at hand. After leaving, Eileen questioned if the Demon King was upset about something. He admitted feeling jealous, but Eileen clarified she was doing it to support him. That eased his concerns. Afterward, Eileen gathered with others to brainstorm ways to recover her business losses. They opted for creating new cosmetics to appeal to noblewomen and got to work. Meanwhile, Prince Cedric caught wind of Eileen's connection with his brother, the Demon King, and grew suspicious of her intentions. In the demon realm, the cosmetic project progressed well, and Keith shared the news of recovered funds. One night, Beelzebub showed up in Eileen's room.
But I'd like to start my manners training as soon as I can.
I will teach you the art of kneeling to a lady.
The following day, repairs on the Demon Lord's castle were underway, with demons lending a hand. While observing, Demon King inquired about Beelzebub's changed behavior. Eileen clarified she had been coaching him on manners. Suddenly, Keith and Jasper brought news that Eileen was accused of targeting Lilia's life, though this time, she hadn't sent any threatening letters. She started looking into things, requesting Almond to fetch some papers. The Demon Lord wasn't thrilled, but Eileen persuaded him that keeping demons isolated hinders their learning. Eventually, he agreed. After witnessing Eileen's kindness to demons, the Demon Lord shared his desire to occasionally bring tears to her eyes while also wanting to spoil and make her happy.
Is there anything your lord can do for you?
Pull yourself together. This is a great opportunity. I want you to be the best escort at the whole ball. You must outshine every other man there.
Observing their moment, Jasper and Keith quietly left. Eileen then asked the Demon Lord to be her escort to the ball, surpassing Prince Cedric. He promised and vanished. Meanwhile, Prince Cedric comforted Lilia, accusing Eileen of scheming with demons and sending threats. Lilia disagreed, defending Eileen's character. Prince Cedric vowed to make Eileen pay for this. At the ball, Eileen dazzled in the gown the Demon Lord gifted her. Folks admired her appearance and chatted about her company's new cosmetics. Isaac discussed the letters with Eileen, acknowledging Amon's role in resolving the issue. Suddenly, Prince Cedric accused Eileen of abducting Lilia.
Capture her!
Unbeknownst to them, Lilia was in the demon realm meeting the Demon Lord. When Lilia falsely accused Eileen of scheming to abduct her, the Demon Lord, angered, used magic to send her away. At the gathering, Prince Cedric treated Eileen poorly.
Tell the good people, Eileen, you'll never be able to move on. Obey me!
But the Demon Lord descended with Beelzebub. Cedric was surprised to see his brother. The Demon Lord apologized for the delay, and Eileen revealed evidence that Princess Lilia was behind the threats. She broke off her engagement with Prince Cedric, who knelt in defeat. The Demon Lord and Eileen danced, sparking Cedric's envy. After the ball, the Demon Lord escorted Eileen home. Worried he might fancy Lilia, the Demon Lord assured her she was more than cute, and Lilia wasn't his type. He then kissed her cheek, triggering a vision of the Demon Lord turning into a monster, wreaking havoc after betrayal. Keith and the Demon Lord go way back, their friendship starting in childhood. Keith's life was saved by the Demon Lord, leading to the Demon Lord leaving the castle. These days, Keith deals in demons, a fact Eileen discovered and confronted him about. Keith explained he had to do it because a noble threatened harm to the Demon Lord's territory unless he continued selling demons. Eileen chose to assist him. Later, Prince Cedric and Lilia arrived at the Demon Lord's castle with news of demon selling. Eileen intervened, and Keith admitted his mistake, pledging to explain everything after completing a task assigned by Eileen. In this situation, Eileen and Beelzebub observed Keith selling demons to certain nobles. Keith disclosed he had to do it due to threats against Prince Claude. Beelzebub created a distraction, allowing Keith to snatch the account book from the nobles. When a scuffle erupted, Keith managed to defeat some on his own, and the demons handled the rest without violating agreements with humans. But Prince Cedric and his group arrived. The Demon Lord, upon hearing the news, hurried to locate her. Afterward, Eileen awoke to find herself tied up, facing harm from Prince Cedric.
You wouldn't dare!
Be an obedient little wife and don't resist me. When he hears about this...
Suddenly, the Demon Lord arrived, transforming into a creature. Unbeknownst to her, the prince and his crew aimed to use Lilia's sword to slay the demon lord and elevate herself to empress status. Despite being bound, Eileen broke free. When Lilia attempted to strike the demon lord, Eileen intervened, taking the blow. Her sacred blood absorbed the sword's power, and she used her tears to dispel the monster and revive the demon lord. Eileen pledged to foster peaceful coexistence between demons and humans. Days later, Prince Claude opted to become the emperor, reclaiming his rightful position. He and Eileen vanished, soaring away together. Several months later, Eileen and Prince Claude having some time alone.
Relax a little.
To join me.
Please, I've so much to do.
But faced a disruption when Keith informed them that certain disobedient demons had attacked a village. This jeopardized Prince Claude's claim to the throne, putting Eileen in peril. To avert this, Eileen adopted a disguise as a boy named Eileen and infiltrated Misha Academy, where Prince Claude assumed the role of director. While undercover, Eileen witnessed a noble harassing a girl and intervened on her behalf. Later, she encountered the student council members, including the president, James Charles. In class, Eileen realized the girl she had defended was the game's antagonist, Reijou, and observed that the personalities of the heroine, Selena, and the villainess differed from her expectations. Subsequently, she becomes part of the student council and is assigned a task to unravel the mystery surrounding a vampire incident on campus. Eileen and her friend Isaac witness their teacher mistreating Reijou.
Another victim of the vampire.
They intervene, but James, the student council president and a half-demon, swiftly handles the situation. Later, Walt, another council member, unveil her true gender.
I knew you were a woman.
They also discover the use of demon incense and a plot by demons to attack the academy during the school festival unless the Holy Sword Maiden's head is offered. Prince Claude makes a visit, and the game's heroine, Selena, becomes overly attached to him, oblivious to his identity as the Demon Lord. During a nighttime patrol, Eileen recalled a game scene where characters exposed James as a demon and met a tragic fate. Suddenly, the scent of demon incense filled the air, catching Eileen's attention. Unsettled, James retreated to his room, prompting others to investigate the incense source. Upon discovery, James returned. Eileen claimed to be part of a secret organization for Elmer Empire, but James doubted and considered reporting to the director. To ensure silence, Eileen used a Fafnir cub as leverage. Disguised as ducks during the school festival, they sought the demon incense. Prince Claude, wearing a mask, emerged, taking part in the swordsmanship tournament. The student council learned about demon incense planned for the tournament to draw out demons. To shield Prince Claude, Eileen opted to confront him during the event. With help from others, they dislodged demon incense from the lamp rods encircling the fighting area. Following the bout, they apologized to Prince Claude for their confrontation. Keith and Beelzebub arrived, taking him away for a task. The swordsmanship tournament concluded smoothly, leading to the upcoming ball. To investigate the prize, Rachel agreed to participate with Isaac's backing. Selena intentionally injured Rachel's leg, prompting Eileen to request a dress. Later, Eileen surprised everyone by appearing in the borrowed dress.
Hi, gentlemen. It's nice to meet you.
Due to her appearance, they effortlessly secured first place, leaving Selena envious. Just before presenting the prize, Eileen grabbed it and fled. Yet, upon inspection, the content proved harmless. Suddenly, Selena released demon incense into the crowd, causing James to transform into his demon state. She urged Auguste to defeat him. Just before he fully transformed, Eileen intervened, using her holy powers to revert him to human form. It turns out Selena followed a letter from Lilia, leading to the student council members turning against her due to the incidents she caused. Suddenly, countless monsters appeared from the sky, catching them off guard. With no other choice, Eileen unveiled her true identity and presented her holy sword as the Holy Maiden. The Demon Lord emerged from the sky, giving Eileen chills since she hadn't informed him about coming to the academy. Miraculously, they averted the massive demon invasion. However, they were summoned to the Demon Lord's castle because Eileen's independent actions led him to consider confining her.
We're far from finished here, so try not to look too relieved, my dear Eileen.
Yet, after explaining that she did it for his sake, the situation was resolved. Given their circumstances, the student council members found refuge with Prince Claude. Reflecting on events, Eileen discovered something about Lilia. When they met, Lilia confirmed having memories from a previous life, akin to Eileen. However, she perceived the people here as mere characters in a game, indifferent to their fate. They decided to infiltrate an underground auction dealing with smuggled demons. Amid the investigation, a hooded man abruptly seized Eileen, leaving Auguste powerless due to the use of wind magic. It turns out he's Eliphas Levy, holding evidence to expose this place, seeking an audience with Prince Claude in return. Their people, forced to use magic in secret to serve and protect the royal family, have their children kept hostage within the castle. Eliphas wants Prince Claude to acknowledge them as citizens and restore their freedom. After the audience, Eileen learned the demon lord was missing, and the barrier in the demon forest vanished. Soon, news arrived that Prince Claude was stabbed, with the added misfortune of losing his memories. Undeterred, Eileen infiltrated the facility where Prince Claude rested with Eliphas's help. To her surprise, Prince Cedric assisted her entry. Upon entering,
Love with. I can't help it. I want to steal you away right now.
Pardon?
despite her efforts, Prince Claude didn't regain his memories. Determined, she visited him repeatedly, even disguising herself as a boy and joining his escort. During one escort mission, a giant demon attacked the carriage because the demon lord was present. He abandoned the demons on the spot, prompting Eileen to slap him in frustration. Realizing his mistake, he contacted Belzebuth and Keith, instructing them to bring Eileen to a ball as he wished to meet her again. On the night of the ball, she wore a lovely dress chosen by Prince Claude but sported a duck head. Prince Claude forcibly took her aside.
Eileen.
However, when Eileen was alone, Eliphas suddenly emerged, holding a knife to her throat. Forced to comply due to Amand being held hostage, Eliphas threatened to tarnish Eileen's image publicly and annul her engagement to Prince Claude. Amand broke free, revealing the truth, but Eliphas attacked him immediately. Witnessing this, Prince Claude was momentarily shocked, regaining his memories. Surrounded by castle guards, he sent Eileen and others to the demon castle for protection. Meanwhile, Lilia confronted Prince Claude with her holy sword, aiming to harm him. To safeguard the demons, Isaac and Doni had already devised underground tunnels for emergency evacuations. While journeying with the demons, Eliphas reappeared, placing a knife at her throat again. This time, she used her holy powers, causing them to crash. Subsequently, they found themselves confined in cells. Eliphas admitted working for Lilia, offering his eye, which could break the spell on Prince Claude, as a gesture of loyalty. Upon their escape, Eileen observed demons approaching the capital to aid Prince Claude, sensing his peril instead of seeking refuge. Intercepting them, she halted their advance, buying time until sunset while pledging to rescue him. Based on information from James and others guarding Prince Claude, they journeyed to a castle section housing a magical device in possession of the Empress. This device, empowered by Eliphas's magic eye stone, could undo the spell. Confronted by Lilia wielding her holy sword, both blades clashed. Initially overpowered by Lilia's protagonist's skills, Eileen tapped into the demon lord's power, dissolving Lilia's sword. However, new challenges arose as the treasure room door was magically sealed. Distracted by this, Lilia seized the opportunity to snatch the sword. Just before she could strike Eliphas, Amand, thought to be dead, reappeared. Amand effortlessly breached the magical door, enabling Eliphas to deactivate the device granting eternal youth to the Empress. Consequently, the Empress reverted to her elderly self. Yet, the ordeal persisted as guards arrived, brandishing swords at Eileen. At that moment, Prince Claude suddenly appeared, cutting their swords in half. It turned out that after the Empress incident, the Emperor fell ill, and Prince Claude acted on his behalf. Following this, Prince Cedric admitted to Lilia's wrongdoings and the actions of her followers, resulting in their imprisonment. Additionally, Eliphas's people were set free and embraced as citizens. Subsequently, Eileen and Prince Claude joyfully wed amid a gathering that included both humans and demons. That concludes the series, and thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you liked what you saw, do subscribe for more.